Hey, welcome everybody. This is Saturday night. I missed the fireworks broadcast last night. I'm hoping to make up for it this much tonight. We're going to be cruising around Denver. I'm not sure how long, but it's a beautiful night. I think I found us some fireworks. Don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure I did. I also have some Mario Kart action going on in front of us. This is what's going on in front. These little kids are Mario Karting around right here. Still slightly getting set up, but I'm pretty set up. Happy late 4th of July. What up, everybody? I'm right outside Ball Arena, and I'm right next to Elich's. What up, Ellie? What up, Stylin'? Skulma, Jess. I want to try these little Mario Karts. Oh, look. Oh, I just missed it. There were some people that were up on this and they just let them down. Okay, there's another possibility that I might just do. I think there's going to be some fireworks in front of us. I might have to stop the stream after that and restart a new stream. I'm using the application that I was using in Colorado Springs last weekend. It kept telling me there's no network available, even though there was. So yeah, there's an outside chance that I'm going to have to start a new stream, but I think where I am right now, the signal will be strong enough for at least to see the fireworks. Hopefully. We'll see. Does everybody still have all of their fingers? In Colorado, it's illegal to have any fireworks that leave the ground, but there were a lot of people shooting off just the normal. Well, they were shooting off everything. Oh, look at this.
Yo, is that good?
And to my left, this is Cirque du Soleil. I'm not sure which one, but I'm almost positive that's what that tent means. I was hustling to get down here, thinking I was a little bit late, but oh look, you can see the people twirling on this. Maybe we'll see some people come up on that left-hand side too. All right, that's where it's. I think that was the test one. We don't have July 4th here. Yes, you do. It's just not fireworks day. What up, Jack and Neve? What up, Obi-Wan? Paul, what up? 28 months. Thank you, Paul. Good to see you, bro. I think they're going to be right here. I just missed one on the right, too. I'll give it just a second. I might have to reposition us once they start popping off. Gregory, member for 23 months. What up, Gregory? Thank you, bro. Jetta Jade, what up? Pons Pose, what up? Ryan, Ace Boogie. Oh, here are the people going up on the slingshot thing. That's like the reverse slingshot ride. I thought this was gonna start at 9. I'm thinking that maybe it was 9:15 and I just got the time wrong, so we still have another 4 minutes. You can see the light rail right here. I watched the fireworks with John Hicks last night, Warlock. I watched just a little bit of that too. It was reminded me a lot of last summer. Last summer, 4th of July was crazy. I was driving in and out of the streets, mostly on like the east side. And then it just felt like I was driving over fireworks that were, oh, this is gonna drop right here. They tow these people up and then, oh, and then it drops them. And then this left side, this is Mile High Stadium. Or no. Now it's Empower Field. That's where the Broncos play. And then this tower right here, this is part of Elich's, which is sort of like Six Flags. Are they gonna drop people? They might drop. I don't know if that's the ride where they drop people. I know something's gonna happen because there's like several hundred people all looking in the same direction that I am. See these people over here? Like everybody's waiting. Watching from Turkey. Hey Jeremy, what up? Hey, from Turkey. What up everyone in Turkey? What up Sonia, Pamela, Crystal, Daniel? Oh, we have a bunch of people in here. All right, I'm gonna flip it. I don't want to miss anything. I thought about trying to go to the other side of this parking lot, or actually it's the other side of I-25. Looking into the city, but I just wasn't quite sure where to park for it. I knew this would be perfect. Gina L, what's up with the glasses? Those are the glasses from the future. Those are the Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure glasses. This is Ballerina here to the right. The parking that we're in, this is kind of the expensive parking. Okay. Okay, we did find the right spot. in jail on the 4th. Happy release date. You know what? I can actually see where they're setting them off in front of me. So if you look down here in the parking lot, this is where they're setting them off right here. See all this smoke? Oh my god. We're close enough that the sparks are flying over here. Happy July 5th, everybody. Hello from Colorado. What up, Kinda Wild? This is in the Elich's parking lot. Look at all the smoke down here. This is where they're sending them off. Rue the she. Oh, that's not good. Take a bunch of vitamin C. My mom passed away yesterday, July 4th. Every year I get to watch my mom being celebrated. Beth, I'm so sorry to hear that. I like that you get to see your mom being celebrated every year. That's cool. Amy, what up? Tony, what up? Lucy, Natalie, GC, Coach Rack, what up? Oh, those sparks hit us over here. Here's where they're lighting them up. What up, Mike K, Ace, Eric, Ozidge, what up? Shannon Hansen, what up? Scooter Ora, what's up? Oh, shit. Eric C. What up, Eric C. Ellie, Mad, Dev is in here. What up, Dev? Teresa. Yes. Sparks flying into my sunroof. Here's where they're popping off right here. I've never been that close. Yeah, this is right in between Ballerina and Elich's. Some of those were a little bit scary. It was like concussion grenades all around the Jeep. I was filming it out of the sunroof, mostly. These are my Halloween glasses that I never get to wear. They're a little bit hard to look out of. Most of the graphics are kind of like Halloween themed. There is one cool duck one though. Let me see if I can find the duck. No. Is it this one? It is. It's like a duck running. Okay, so over by the baseball stadium, they're playing I think the baseball game's about to end soon, and they might have fireworks over there too, so we're gonna go check that out just real quick. But welcome everybody. This is July 5th, 9:28 p.m. Mwah, welcome. And then the other disclaimer that I had is I'm using an application that I don't usually use. There's a chance that the stream might go down. If it does, then I'll light it back up. Just give me like a couple minutes. I'm trying to see if I can stream in 1080p. So if you've been with me on these Denver cruises, almost every time I do 720 because the reception's bad in downtown Denver. And I kind of made a couple tweaks, and now I'm trying to see if I can do 1080p. So instead of it buffering, I think it'll probably just freeze. And if it starts happening too much, then I'll just let you know and then I'll restart it. And this is where we were. We were just on the side of Ballerina. What Linda calls ballerina. Pat, 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 pat. This is my first ever Denver 1080p. Attempt anyway. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. I was liking feeling all the concussion blasts. So now I'm going to take us over by the baseball stadium. I think I'm going to take us over by the skate park. Happy birthday to everybody that has a birthday in July. My mom's birthday is mid-July. Jason, what up, bro? Mama Hill, can we go to Belco Theater tonight? If you're good, we'll see. What up, Mama Hill? Thank you so much. You're here on my 1080p test stream, mate. I think I'm going the right way.
Yo, is that you?
I don't remember there being a Starbucks right there. Where is Belco? So I'm kind of sneaking us behind Union Station. This is where the big train station is right here. Right here. Union Station. If you've been with me on these downtown Denver cruise, you know that this is kind of ambitious for me to do 1080p. I usually have trouble with. Okay, I know it's cutting out a little bit. Do you see everybody sitting here looking toward the stadium? That's because they know, well, I'm pretty sure they know that this is where the fireworks are going to happen as soon as the game's over. So we found the right spot. The only issue is these people have been chilling here for a long time. This is where the Rockies, Colorado Rockies, play. I'm not sure what the score is right now, but when this game is over, everybody's kind of sitting here waiting for the Rockies fireworks. I do have my scooter in the back. I might, well, I don't know. I might just sit right here unless the cops have an issue with it. There was a cop that was right behind me. He looked like he didn't care that much. So yeah, this is a good spot, except, well, actually, I might take the scooter. There's two different options that I have. I could stay here, which seems like the best option because look at all the people like pooled up. Or I could try to find a parking spot and then take the scooter over there. I don't know. I'll probably just sit. I'll probably sit out of the sunroof right here. Since that cop was behind me and he was acting like he didn't care, I think I'll stay here. Hold on, let me pull up the score and see what inning it is. Top of the ninth, 0 outs. So we have just a little bit of time. Actually, maybe I can watch it. I used to have the MLB package on my phone. I think this guy has his dog in his arms right here. Yeah, I think they have their little puppies. Oh no, that's a kid. Do you have the oil pan gasket job done now? No, so that happens Monday. The huge repair that I've been needing for a while, that's Monday. And I'm very excited about that. Julie Cohen, what up? R.A. Clark, what up? Ruben, Jetta. I want to take the scooter out of the back and go forward a little bit. I'm definitely scared to leave my car here. I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit up on the sunroof like this. Is it a kid? Are you sure? I'm seeing some floppy ears. That's definitely a puppy. Oh, okay. I think that was a firework from the crowd. There are cops here, but I think they're too busy to tell me to leave. I do have my Rufus glasses from Bill and Ted. When I was young, I used to be in the RIF program. That was the Pizza Hut Reading is Fundamental. And Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure was the big movie then. And they had these Rufus glasses. It was like a big triangle, and then it went into another triangle. I wore those for so many years. I don't know what happened to those glasses, but I definitely got a lot of mileage out of them. Right now, we're on the west side. Well, we're kind of southwest side of the stadium. Actually, I think I might leave. Well, I don't know. I might leave the Jeep here and then take a walk this way. We'll see. Oh, there's a cop behind me now, too. Oh, and the cop's passing me. For a second, I considered kind of going down where he just drove and then turning around and then trying to park there. But I was afraid that everybody in the crowd would be mad. Ooh, there's another cop. This dude looks like he's eating a carton of eggs right here. Oh no, it's a bag of potato chips. And then here's the puppy. I think that's a little white puppy in his arms. I guess we could take a little walk. Hold on. He's got some like wires hanging out of his pocket here in case he needs to charge up that popcorn. Okay, I have a question for the chat. Should I stay here and record it here from the sunroof? Or should I take my chances parking to the left and then scooter up for a better spot? Number one is stay here. Number two is go try to park and then scooter up. One, stay, two, leave. Well, I'm seeing is stay. Oh, that's a lot of stays. Okay, here's the current two. I think I should stay because there's already 2 outs. White Sox are beating the Rockies. These dudes have their burrs. He should have put a brown bag around that burr. And then we have popcorn homie right here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do what this girl's doing and sit on top of the sunroof. Churro 3. Oh, we have some people playing football right here. They can walk around with beers, not legally, but I think the cops are just kind of busy. Whenever there's something like this going on, I think the cops are on like kind of a 20-minute, let's just see what happens. Like, I don't think they're really nickel and diming like the parking, which is good. Here, I'll show you. I'll get out and show you where I parked. It's kind of scandalous. Here's the score. Mid-9th, no outs. Hey, Ellie, thank you so much. Look at who's receiving gifted memberships. Tracy, Carrie, Max. You can't see me. What up? Ellie, thank you so much. Hold on, I'm going to get out so that... Oh... T. Lucero member for 16 months. Thank you. Is there anybody that thinks the Rockies are going to come back from this? I'm thinking no. So this is where I parked right here. Just right like at the end of the road. Oh, I can hear people listening to the game. Okay, so I'm thinking that this is a good spot. It's probably going to be just right above the stadium here. I'm a little scared to leave the Jeep though because I left my sunroof open. Oh, my friend Mike's over here. Mike, what up, bro? Throwing the bows. This is a weed spot. Mike Tyson's working security tonight. This is 20th Street. And then this is where the Colorado Rockies secured last place in Major League Baseball. Oh, somebody's setting something off right here. Oh, that was this one. Alright, I'm gonna negotiate these rocks right here. Oh, here's the light rail coming through. What up, everybody? I haven't decided if I'm gonna stay here or not. I'm scared to leave the car back there, but this is a good spot. Can somebody keep checking and see what the score of the game is? So they shoot a lot of fireworks out here, but then also on the sides, kind of like shooting in. Whoa, look at the bird up there. That's a good view. The game's over? Okay, great. I was gonna go back and check on the car, but maybe we can just get away with it for a little bit. A lot of people out here. I think I found some diamonds in this rock right here. This is also a good spot because they're not playing music right here. And if you're just getting here, I'm trying 1080p out tonight. May or may not work. If the stream goes down, just wait a little bit and then I'll start a different stream up. This area underneath the sign here is called the rock pile. It's like a bleacher area where you can get really cheap tickets. These are the more expensive tickets. Home plate is kind of like over here to the right. And I'm gonna walk around. Give me a second. Oh, that went toward the crowd. My car's getting towed. Don't say that. Now I'm gonna have to walk back and at least just look at it real quick. Oh my God, I'm seeing lights down there. That's not good. Shoot. Oh no. I am seeing cop lights behind my car.
We are on the wrong side.
Looks like they're parked behind me. I still see it sitting there though. Now I'm gonna say we're okay. That did scare me. I didn't see any cars parked there. I just saw cops. Here's Mike Tyson keeping an eye on everything. This place is called Green Solution. It's open late. That's a recreational pot shop. You just have to be 18. Is it 18 or 21? I don't remember. Maybe it's 21.
Well, yeah.
All right, I'm hoping this starts soon. I'm getting nervous about my parking spot. Oh shoot, this might come toward me. I should have brought the scooter. It smells like weed out here. I looked at tickets for this game. The cheapest tickets were like $41. And there have been like $16 tickets this season because the Rockies are in last place. It's usually like people that come to see the other teams play, not the Rockies.
lake too. Because like one of our tents actually broke. The wind came too hard and ripped the fabric and broke one of the stems. So we almost left, but then 2 weeks later it died down. So yeah, oh really? Yeah, no way. No way. You came all the way down from fireworks? I saw you. That's why you look so yeah. Yeah, we got it.
But anyways, I didn't get to meet young Jamie. This is my daughter.
Oh.
My son's
Yeah. Nice to meet you again, bro. Yeah. Chris.
Oh, we did like 4 hours.
You got him. He's out.
Finally had to shut down. They still have their
Have you guys been inside there when they did the fireworks?
Yeah. Been in there. Pretty down.
So when you're inside, you can see the fireworks coming from each side and behind.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe I could get tickets and watch the game and then see it inside, but it was just too expensive.
Early in the morning, wake up.
Okay, they're singing inside. I think that's hopeful. They better hurry. Everybody's falling asleep out here. I keep checking to make sure that the car is still there. Huh? Okay, I see it. Here's maybe a better shot of inside. No. Sure if they're having like a little concert in there or what? right, it's getting louder. I think they're doing a concert inside. It sounds like they're playing Garth Brooks. I have friends in low places.
I guess I will drive.
When they hit you, they hurt.
I don't believe it.
Oh, Chris! Chris, how you doing, my brother? How are you, bro? Cool, man. What's your brother?
If you're just getting here, this is outside of the Coors Field where the Rockies play. They're gonna have a quick fireworks display, and then I'm gonna sprint back to the car and make sure that it's still there. This dude drinking a 40 right now?
I recognize the
Okay, I'm here in the crowd, so maybe the wait is almost over. fire truck pulling it. This is potato chip guy right here. You can see the string. Probably one of Bob Ross's family members. If anybody's getting anxious for this to start, it's nothing compared to how anxious I am. I'm scared of where we parked. Look at this dude over here.
There we go. Okay, here we go.
Alright, people are saying here we go. Let's hope they're right.
Well, the music stopped.
I think they play it throughout.
Really?
When they
Like, what if they turn the lights on?
yeah, when they start doing a countdown.
I'm guessing they turn all the bright white lights off and then they shoot them off. Here's the McGregor right here. Ooh, I bet that's a good spot to watch from the top of this building. They're playing like the whole AC/DC album right now.
Oh, that's not the train, that's the highway.
TNT. Watch me explain.
That's the road that takes to the
Oh no, this car's driving up here. How'd they get up here? Oh no. That's bad, bro. That's not good at all. This dude's just going grocery shopping.
No, actually, it'll be one. It was 15% was money. That's why I was told you about like Airbnb.
Oh, sweet. TNT. Okay, it's 10:26. Fingers crossed that they do it at 10:30. I should have parked where this red car parked, Trey. Was he at Uber looking for somebody? Crylid crisis, thank you. Okay. Maybe Garth Brooks just wrapped up in there. Oh, yes, yes, yes. When this is over, I'm code 3 back to the car. I bet they have a stage on the field and they're doing like some sort of concert. might be a fire over there. That was badass. I was getting sparks on me that whole time. That was definitely a good spot. Oh my god. I thought we were close. But the second one was definitely better. There were like the red and blue. I can feel the sparks on that. Alright, hold on, I'm gonna run it. Those girls go, where are you going? Bindi, 27 months, thank you. Oh my god. There are a lot of people behind me, so give me just a second. Oh, please don't hit me. This is when people start driving crazy too, because the cops are overwhelmed. Don't do it. We made it. Just in time for me to charge my phone too. You can hear everybody driving crazy now. So last night I was at a private party. I was all set up to stream last night and tonight. And I was at this party where there were sort of less than legal things going on at the party. And then the host of the party was like, are you just on FaceTime with some friends? I'm like, no, I'm gonna try to stream this. And he's like, well, you know it's illegal. And so basically that would just stamp that I'm doing something illegal on my property. And I was like, yeah, but if I just aim it at the sky, no one's gonna know. And he's like, you know, I'd rather not. And I was lucky to even get an invite to that party. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just cut my losses and then just try to see what I can get tonight. So this is the 5th of July. I know that cut out. I'm also trying to stream in 1080p. So we almost had a 720p firework display, but yeah, it held on just long enough. What was also crazy is I stood out there for maybe, I want to say over a half hour, nothing going on. As soon as the fireworks started, it went down. The buffering happened and I was like, no, please, hold on. This is Union Station. This is the big train station here. So yeah, I am gonna cruise for just a little bit longer. If the stream goes down, then that's probably it for the night. But it looks good so far. I mean, this is my first 1080p stream in Denver. I'm glad that it held up at least through the fireworks. But now is the real test. Can I drive around throwing it from cell tower to cell tower and still keep the reception? We'll find out. Ooh, I might have to close the sunroof though. I like looking at fireworks, but my favorite part is the big concussion wave that goes over. And when you heard the crowd really cheering, that's when they were doing like the full stick of dynamite in the air. You could just feel it all through your chest. Yeah, I like it when it's for celebration. I'm not as fond of it when it's for like protest. I've had a lot of both in the last month. The very first time that I ever felt a real concussion grenade, it was in '97 when the Broncos won. And we were down here partying with everybody else in Denver. Oh, hold on. If anybody remembers that Super Bowl, that was the one where it was John Elway's last game. And there was a chance that the Broncos might lose the Super Bowl. They were kind of getting close to the end zone. And then John Elway ran and jumped, and there were two defensemen like standing there. And one hit him in the shoulder and one hit him in the hip, and he did like this helicopter spin. Probably took like a year off of his life, but he wanted that Super Bowl ring so bad. He's running, there's two defensemen coming at him, and he just leaps forward and they just spun him. They barely pulled it out. I think that was the year that Terrell Owens was on our team. And Terrell Owens could have had a couple more years in the NFL, and he just called it quits. He's like, let me just end it on top of the mountain. And so my friends and I was in my junior year of high school. So my friends and I came down. We were just kind of partying with everybody over by Larimer Square. That was also the year two of my brothers were with me, these two Filipino fellows. And one of them had some bottle rockets left over. Actually, he might have just always had bottle rockets, but there was a media helicopter overhead. And he started shooting bottle rockets at the media helicopter. Obviously not like close to it. I mean, he's just shooting them, I should say toward, not like at, but like toward. And back in the day, they used to have these shows called like America's Wildest Police Chases, America's Wildest Riots, things like that. And they ended up showing that clip of him on one of those shows. And I remember the night after it aired, all of his he has a bunch of family members in Hawaii. All these people were calling him saying, they zoomed in on you. We saw you shooting bottle rockets at the helicopter. And for us being, you know, we were 16, 17, that was like legendary. We're like, wow, you're on this show. I guess his parents weren't really as stoked as we were. I still think it's pretty epic. His family members in Hawaii, they were like, is that him? And it was. Jaywalker 303, you're in Westminster. I heard that Broomfield had a really good display last night. When my wife and I lived in LA, we lived in Little Armenia. And all of May, we heard fireworks. All of June, we heard fireworks. All of July, all of August. And back then, I was on PlayStation 4. I used to be playing online, and people would ask me, like, are you on a military base? I'm like, no, those are just people shooting fireworks. They're like, but it's June. I'm like, yeah. And then same thing, but it's August. Why are they still shooting them off? Because LA just had like a 4-month celebration. And today was this year was pretty chill. I heard some stuff probably like 2 weeks before 4th of July. I'm sure there'll be a couple nights where people just kind of still have stuff left over. But it doesn't seem as crazy as some of the previous years. Some of my little nephews drove up Fireworks are illegal. Anything that leaves the ground is illegal for civilians to buy. And so if you drive about an hour and 15 minutes north, that's the border of Wyoming. And Wyoming, it is legal to have fireworks. And so like 10 steps inside the border, tons of tents selling every kind of firework you can think of. And the tents that we would always stop at had 2 for 1. So no matter what you bought, you could get 2 for 1. If you bought 500, if you bought a roll of 500 black cats, they'd give you a roll of 500 black cats. And so that's what we did. Even if we weren't driving up ourselves, we would send people with money, get me a couple mortars, and then just send like a list of things. On the way back in from Wyoming to Colorado, tons of cops lined on the side, and they were pulling people over and confiscating the fireworks, but they couldn't get everybody. And so it was kind of like, all right, we have a 1 in 20 chance of not getting pulled over on the way back in. I've really only heard of one. Well, that was when I was in high school, but one group of my friends got pulled over, and all the cops did was just take everything and say, get out of here. So no tickets issued, no slaps on the wrist, just like, all right, you're not allowed to have that here. We'll take it from you. Which is pretty, I mean, that's kind of worth it in my opinion, especially when you're young. Like, it's kind of worth the risk. But also when you're young, you don't have any money. So it's like if you had $300 and they took $300 worth of something from you, that was like devastating. As an adult, $300 is like, still hurts, but it's not like game changer. Well, sometimes it is. I'm happy to be back in the car. That was a very sketchy place for me to leave it there. I literally just left it in the middle of the road. But there were cars on both sides of me. I didn't just turn it off by myself. There were other people. Jeremy Reed, wasn't you in Cali? Yeah, I was. I had a trip planned for early June, and I had called a bunch of my friends and family and said, hey, I'm going to be in town right at the beginning of June. Maybe we can link up. I'm going to have a couple meetings, and I'm also going to stream a little bit, but I should have some free time. And I came out, well, first of all, I went to the Ministry concert. That was on Wednesday night. I think that was like June 4th or something like that. Very chill night. Got to hang out with some friends. It was amazing. And then I woke up the next morning, and there had been a couple. It might cut out like it just did several times. I'm not sure. I think something else down here might have just gotten let out too. There are a lot of people walking around. But what I was saying is I woke up on that Thursday morning, and in LA they had done a couple of ice raids. They went to Compton and they went to the Home Depot there and got a bunch of people. So there were protests down by the Federal Building in downtown LA, and then there were also protests in Compton. And I was set up to do that, and so I was like, you know what, let's go to the Federal Building downtown and see what's happening. Let's go to Compton. If anybody was with me during those streams, I wasn't prepared. I was almost like, my suitcase had swimming trunks in it, surf wax. Like, I was prepared for a vacation, and then all of a sudden it was like full-blown 2020 riot steves. And so Thursday night I went to Compton, and that was insane. I'm sorry about the freezing. I'm trying out my higher resolution tonight. Instead of it just buffering, it'll just freeze like that. And then if it freezes, I'll reconnect it. But what I was saying is I was in Compton that Thursday night and was getting pepperballed. That was my first couple breaths of the tear gas. And toward the end of the night, it got scary. I was in a rental car. I was in a black Dodge Durango, and it had Arizona license plate on the back, but no license plate on the front. And in California, you have to have front and back. And so I looked, as the kids say, super sus, because I didn't have any front license plate. And I'm just kind of doing circles around the area. So a lot of people thought that I was a cop. And this dude scared the shit out of me on that Thursday night. And then I went back to where I was staying. A friend of mine was letting me stay in his little guest house. And I said, "Do you have a gas mask?" And he's like, "Yeah." So at least Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I was rolling with a gas mask. And then I also had a cooler with milk in it, so I could pour the milk in my eyes if needed, which it ended up being needed. And yeah, I was planning on having just a chill summertime hang weekend in LA, and it turned into like full-blown riot steez. And then I want to say Sunday night was the night that we were driving around downtown LA, and I saw a T-Mobile getting broken into, and so we pulled up. There's a T-Mobile on the side. We see everybody just like break in the windows and they start looting it, and I was like, oh, that's not good. And then Monday night, that's when everybody saw the looting and really got prepared, like ski masks, gloves. And then Monday was like full-blown looting in downtown LA. And I haven't really talked about it much because it just seems like it's been a whirlwind since then. But I'm doing circles in that area. And like I said, I don't have front license plate. The rental vehicle that I had looked like it could have been a cop car. So everybody's kind of looking in. I have all these different like glowing phones all over on my dash and whatever. And so it looked like I was a narc. It looked like I was, as the boomers would say, a tattletale. And so yeah, I was scared. I was doing a lot of laps downtown, and then I made a comment because all the sneaker stores were getting broken into, and I was like, well, yeah, that's kind of par for the course. The sneaker shops get robbed, but like, this is the Diamond District. I'm surprised that some of these jewelry stores aren't getting robbed. And then like within 10 minutes of me saying that, all the jewelry stores started getting robbed. And then I was legitimately scared, because whether you could tell or not, a lot of the loot, well, not a lot, but some of the looters that were out there, you could look in their back waistband and they had guns. The cops weren't nickel and diming little things here and there. The cops were just staying together. So yeah, I was legitimately scared. I haven't been that scared since 2020 when I was filming the looting. Because think about it, like, you just get done robbing a store, you come out, and there's a dude holding a camera in your face. It's kind of worst case scenario. Ooh, look at this. I've never seen that before. And in 2020, I took Linda, we were in Orange County, and I said, I'm gonna go film some of the looting in Santa Monica. Do you want to come with me? She was like, yeah. So we drove to Santa Monica. As we got close to Santa Monica, all of the exit and on ramps were closed because everybody was trying to get over there to loot. And I had two really nice video cameras. I gave one to Linda. I had one. We're walking around over by 3rd Street Promenade, and the cops were just staying on 3rd Street Promenade. They weren't leaving that area at all. I was like, oh, okay, you know, like, it's... Sorry, I know it's freezing. Look at these scooter bros right here. Yeah, and what I learned that summer, that was June of 2020, I learned that when the looting was happening, the people would leave with whatever stuff that they stole, but then they would come back for like, you know, a second dipping of the looting. And then there were also people that were coming back to get their friends, like the getaway driver type people. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can keep the signal strength here long enough to show you a little video. Let me see. I'm looking for, well, this is some of the video that I shot. 4.7 thousand views. This was the Walgreens on La Brea and Santa Monica. As I was filming this, there were people inside looting that pharmacy, and the getaway drivers pulled up behind me to pick up the people that were inside looting it. Yeah, and the cops were just doing this. The cops were driving around all in teams together. But like I said, they weren't nickel and diming little teeny things. Everything was getting looted. And if you act like you're gonna join the members on my YouTube page, go into that membership area. The first video that pulls up on there, it was when they had a protest at the Grove, so like 3rd Street and Fairfax. The protest, the cops pushed everybody like out of the area, but what they ended up doing is pushing the crowd into the Grove, which is like a high-end place with department stores, and the Grove just started getting super looted. And so I was in there filming like the Apple store getting looted, Nordstrom, different things like that. And then I look over and there was this girl, well, it was two girls. One of them had a mask on. They're both dressed in black, and they had a little mini hammer, and they were hammering in these little, here, I'm gonna try to find it. It's probably better if I just show you than tell you. But they burned the police kiosk at the Grove. Jack and Neve, we were scared for you, Jeremy, and couldn't believe it. Neve was yelling at the TV for you to leave. I got a lot of emails from people being like, you stayed there too long. Hold on, I'm gonna try to find it. Or, I mean, here, let me see if I can do it. I'm not a member on my own channel, and so maybe I could just try to join the members. It's when you click on the membership area, then it shows you like a little preview video. I can't find it. Hold on. I don't know if Ellie is still in here. Ellie, if you can find it before I do, if you could post the link, I'll try to click on the link. Actually, that should be the one that I pinned for the night. Okay, I couldn't find it. It's taking too long. If you're watching this, go to my YouTube page, and then where it says join, click join. It won't actually like have you join. It will just take you to the second area where you have the option to join. Actually, let me check one more thing. Hold on. Oh, I found it. Okay. This is it right here. So these girls were lighting this fire, and as I zoom out, look where it is. Los Angeles Police Department. They broke those little windows with and there's a security guard filming them. Those are the two like Antifa girls that did it. Michael Kors. You could see people walking with like full Louis Vuitton luggage. And then think about it. Like I'm standing there. These dudes had a bunch of Louis Vuitton stuff. The guy and the girl. And they see me standing there filming them. So it's like, obviously they weren't stoked that I was just recording them stealing. And the end of the story, when Linda and I were in Santa Monica, 3rd Street Promenade, I was in an REI, and people were stealing like skis and snowboards and bikes and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden I feel this dude like stick his fist in my back, and he's like, "What are you doing? You're filming my friends." And I just immediately got so scared. I turn around, I start like walking away. And the dude goes, "Stab the cameraman, he's filming us." And I, like, all the blood ran out of my body. Oh, Ellie, thank you so much for posting that. I found it like just 1 second before you did. And then Linda and I ran back to the car. Obviously, we're holding like super expensive video cameras. So like that was my concern too. Like, somebody would just club us and take the video camera. This girl right here was, see how it's leaking? She was dragging a sack full of wine that she had like robbed from a like a restaurant, high-end restaurant. Oh, it's 11:11. And this was the backside of the Grove. Look, people were like using all this stuff and this truck that was right there, these two guys pulled up the truck and they wouldn't let cars drive in because everybody was trying to like, drive in, fill their car trunks up. This is people, like this guy's taking a picture of all the stuff he just looted. These dudes taking pictures of the shoes that they just stole. This guy has a big old Santa sack of stuff that he just stole. And this is on the east side of the Grove where that little turnaround is. And then not too long after this, the cops came. Here, I'm going to turn it up. So the cops come here on the left-hand side. And they just kind of turn just to like intimidate everybody. But watch this car right here. This dude gets all scared. Here, hold on. And then this guy in the SUV, lower right, he's just casually like putting all this stuff in his car. And this is all the stuff he looted. Look, he was hiding from the cops in there. Look, he puts everything in, and then he's like, "Where's the big suitcase full of stuff?" Oh, there it is, behind the door. The cops were shooting like less lethal into the crowd. Right here you can see all the crowd running away.
Oh, they're running.
So anyway, that was in 2020. And so everything that I was seeing in 2025 a month ago, yes, it was crazy. Yes, people are like, this is insane. You're not safe. Get out of there. Yes, all of that was valid. But what I went through in 2020 was like an 11 out of 10 craziness. The cops were not stopping to do anything. Like, they were just staying together in these groups. And then people like on Melrose, they looted the Adidas store and then they set it on fire. So that was kind of a routine thing too. It was like, all right, we stole a bunch of stuff from here. Let's just set a fire and leave. And then the fire department was overwhelmed. Cops were obviously overwhelmed. I think leading up to that, they'd never really seen anything like that. That's when they called in the National Guard. And National Guard kind of, I don't know if they calmed things down, but they looked official. So yeah, this last round of 2025 rioting, I feel like the cops had 5 years to really get their game plan ready. They had all their less lethal stuff, shooting pepper balls at people, shooting those foam things at people, lots of tear gas. I was kind of thankful that I had a rental because this is my only vehicle right now, so I didn't really want to take this back into the battlefield. But this vehicle is like legendary. I've had a couple of people offer to buy it from me, and Linda was like, yes, we will let you buy it. And I was like, no, this car kept me safe through all these situations. This is like a friend of mine. She's like, you need to sell it. I'm like, no, I can't. This thing kept me safe so many nights. So yeah, I've gotten a lot of emails from people that were saying that wasn't worth it. It was too risky. It was so scary watching it. I bet it was. It was scarier being out there, but the stuff I was seeing in 2020, that's like PTSD for a lifetime for me. And it's my opinion that there are just groups, not only in LA, but just all over. They're waiting for opportunities like that, where they see the cops being overwhelmed, and they're like, all right, get your gloves and ski mask and looting bags, like your empty Santa's sack ready. And it's really not, I'm not going to say it's never the protesters that are doing it, but it's really the people that are waiting for those opportunities. It's the opportunists that are doing the majority of that stuff. And at a certain point, there were like 29,000, 30,000 people watching. Then you start to be less safe too, because they can just pull up their phone and be like, this is the dude that was just filming my friends stealing that stuff. Ooh, there's a cowboy right here on the right. And also at that time, I didn't have Ellie and Dev and Zach. I was rolling without mods. So the chat was getting absolutely wild. A lot of the Apple stores, pretty much like all of the Apple stores I knew were getting robbed. Back then, that was kind of like the high dollar ticket item. And then another funny thing, people were robbing the Apple stores And then as the looters were coming out with iMacs and screens and different things, the looters were looting people that had just stolen stuff. So like you'd see somebody holding a Mac, like an iMac, and then all of a sudden you'd see looters come up and rob the guy that just robbed the Apple store. It's pretty crazy. There's no honor amongst thieves. I love this. This is David Cho. He's from Koreatown, LA. Like a little Russian doll piece. Yeah, so it was like people were running out of the Apple store holding all kinds of merch, and then criminals would just rob the people that just stole that stuff. And then you don't know who to feel sorry for. You're like, do I feel sorry for the guy that just got robbed, that had already robbed that stuff? All that stuff has serial numbers, yes. But then you can go onto YouTube and figure out how to like jailbreak some of that stuff. YouTube really has everything. I bought YouTube Premium so that I don't have the commercials, and that was such a good purchase. I probably watch 3 hours of YouTube a day. I'll go back and watch old concerts from the 80s, then watch some tutorial videos, some hot air balloon skydiving videos, maybe a couple pickleball tutorials. I just consume so much media on YouTube. I remember when YouTube was just, they didn't have a lot of content, and now they pretty much have everything. I'm glad I got to show some fireworks. I was disappointed that I didn't get to show what I was seeing last night. And I had on a cool red, white, and blue outfit last night. Tonight I'm all ninja'd out. This is Tabor Square, Tabor Center. Oh, I think all these people are leaving the baseball game. So they probably went to the baseball game so they could see the fireworks from inside the stadium. That makes sense. I'm looking at the chat. What up, Red Dog? What up, R.A. Clark? Darian, WW, Jack and Neve. Thank you to everybody hanging out with me. This is Saturday night. It's about 11:23. I'm taking a class of students at my daughter's school and teaching them to crochet. Lame, I got told. No, I used to make... This is when I was in elementary school, but we used to make friendship bracelets. There was a little like corner store in my town in Iowa that had all the different stuff to do that. That was pretty cool, especially if you're a little kid, like elementary school kid. And then I was telling Linda the other day, I liked home ec. In home ec, we were making these like satchels, and so I made this like side sling satchel that had a bunch of pockets on it. I thought that was fun. We got to go pick out our own fabric, learn how to use the sewing machine. Still not good, but it was fun at the time. I think sewing is a useful tool or a useful skill to have. This is the Protect Our Fossils plate. See that Stegosaurus in the middle of the license plate? That is what is visible with a black light on the Colorado ID. So like when Linda and I travel and we're going through the airport, they put a black light flashlight on your ID and you can see a Stegosaurus on there. Pretty cool. I'm probably going to be live for another 20 minutes or so. We'll just take another couple laps downtown. This area that I'm in right now currently is packed because we're over by the baseball stadium. So I bet everybody that saw the game is kind of parked and going back to their cars right here. Whoa, thank you, Shannon Hansen. Happy birthday yesterday to Dev. Hey. Wow, your birthday's on 4th of July? That is rad. Happy birthday to Dev. Let me see some red, white, and blue hearts in the chat for Dev. My parents are divorced, but their wedding anniversary was on 4th of July. And they did that on purpose so they could see fireworks for their wedding anniversary. And that was the reason that my family got to go. I think I've told this story so many times, but my family didn't go on a lot of vacations. The first vacation we went on, we were living in Iowa. We drove out to Colorado. Our house burned down. And so after that, we were like, let's chill on vacations for a long time. The next vacation we went to, we drove to Washington, the state. We rented a car, and then we drove up to Vancouver, and we watched an international fireworks competition. I don't think that was 4th of July, actually. I'm not sure when that was, but all of these different countries rented a barge, and then they took the barge out onto the water with all of their fireworks, and it was a competition, so they were all trying to like outdo one another. And my family got a kind of a cheap hotel room, but it had a deck, like a outdoor balcony area that looked out onto the water. And so for hours we watched fireworks. By the end I was like tired of firework finales, which is crazy. But that was pretty epic. It was an international fireworks competition. If you ever get the chance, check that out for yourself. I don't remember who won. I was pretty young. And that was the first time that I ever went to Canada. We drove into Canada, and I still have pictures of my sister and I with like our legs in the United States, but then the front half of our body in Canada. Tried the vinegar chips for the first time, tried poutine for the first time, a lot of real maple syrup. We did a couple Canadian like must-dos when we were up there. I like Canada a lot. I thought I would maybe even live in Canada for a little bit. It's really beautiful up there. I think we're in all of the traffic of people that are leaving the stadium. If this guy pulls forward, I'll show you. This is what they're doing to combat homelessness. They put all these little parking things on the road. If he pulls forward, you'll be able to see they're everywhere. Like they either put big rocks or they put those little concrete curb things. And that's so that homeless won't camp. Thank you to Pause and Pose for the 5 gifted. I missed that. Thank you so much for doing that. Here, this guy's gonna pull forward. I'll see if I can show you. Look at all of them on the sidewalk. That's so that people won't camp. They do big boulders, and then they do those like horse trough looking things. Like what horses would drink out of. Oh, right here. Right as I'm talking about it. These things. Those are so that the homeless won't camp right there. I know it cut out, but this little thing on the corner, this is Mercury Cafe. This is where I saw Radiohead in the late 90s. Whoa, right here. The Merc. I'm gonna mute it real quick. Hold on, I need to answer this phone call. Somebody was calling me, I need to call him back. I'll make it very brief. Give me just 1 second. If I can even figure out how to do that. Okay, I did just read that from Mama Hill. Jeremy Reed, are you going to take us to the convention center? How do you know about the convention center? That's a yes. I will take you to the convention center. Let me see if I can figure out how to get over there. What's going on at the convention center? Actually, I think it's straight ahead. I think straight ahead is where I parked on the light rail tracks. Hold on. I'm surprised that the reception is holding up over here. This is where it used to be really bad. One thing that's kind of sad about the live streaming, I wish I could take the stream to more party type places so that you could see what it's like to party in some of these areas. The issue is now in 2025, when you're holding the camera up, people know that you're streaming, and I think most people feel like that's an invasion of privacy. Like, hey, we're out, we're drinking, we're getting loose. Maybe we don't want our boss seeing us do whatever. There's a lot of different things that could be happening. That's what it was like at the party. Like, the party had several people doing less than legal things, and I didn't want to have that be part of the permanent record. Now in LA, you're driving around, there's kids just doing nitrous balloons. There's all kinds of stuff happening, and the majority of the stuff I was filming in LA, that was just out in public. So when people were doing crazy stuff, like, you're not inside of a party really, you're out on the sidewalk doing that. But yeah, I do wish that I could take people in and like show them what it's like to be out here in the nightlife. The other issue is the copyright music. Yeah, Girl Friday, that's right. I'm still kind of holding out for there to be some sort of a streaming setup that doesn't care about that. What kind of car is this? Is that a Mustang? Oldsmobile? Pontiac? I couldn't tell. Kind of looked like an Oldsmobile. But yeah, it'd be fun to... Maybe I'll just... That's kind of a better idea. Maybe I'll just put a GoPro on my chest and then edit out the stuff that I think would get people in trouble. There's a really cool mural in here. Yeah, I think that's probably a better idea. Same thing with camping. It's like, to film an entire camping trip, you don't know what kind of stories people are telling. It's probably better just to film it on GoPro and then edit it a little bit. I don't know how long this has been there, but I haven't recognized it before tonight. And I don't know what it is. It's almost like a Wild West dude with 2 guns. What do you guys think that is? Let me know in the chat what that looks like. Pontiac GTO? That sounds right. The hood ornament did kind of look like Pontiac. Looks like a slice of pepperoni pizza in pants. I thought it kind of looked like a heart. This is the new Hummer right here. I don't know how I feel about it. Looks like a wide body Bronco. It was way easier to get away with this streaming stuff 2021, 2022. Now streaming is such a big thing, especially with the youth. You go back to 2020, yes, there were people streaming, but it was just kind of like the major people doing it. And now it's just everybody. Everybody that wants to can do it. When I was in Colorado Springs, we were walking, and that guy, I think his name was like Killin' Beans on Twitch. I was like, "Are you streaming?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm on Twitch." And then he's like, "There are only 5 people watching, but yeah, I'm streaming on Twitch." I think a lot of people just don't care. They just want to go out and do it. And if you look at my channel, there are like 600 videos that are just available to the public. There are another 400-ish that are in my members only. So 1,000 nights that I went and lit up the live stream and just didn't know what would happen. I feel like we've seen a lot. Our bingo card is pretty full. It was in this area where we saw the Nutmobile. This is 16th Street Mall, the Ped Mall. We saw the Planters Nutmobile down here one night. that I didn't even know existed until we stumbled upon it. I don't know what this building is. Super bright. It looks like they're hanging on to the Christmas lights too. They're just ready for Christmas. So another idea that Linda and I were tossing around. So Linda has a YouTube page. I don't want to expose what her page is. I don't want her to get too popular. But she wants to do like Airbnb reviews. So go into the mountains. There are really cool Airbnb opportunities here in Colorado where you can kind of get into these areas where you're all alone. It's just very secluded, and it's kind of a small, most of the things we're looking at were just a small, like one room cabin type thing, maybe a hot tub, and then do some Airbnb reviews. That does sound fun. I hope that would happen, but we'll see what she wants to do. She's busy too. She's been really into Legos the last couple weeks. She's been doing, if you've seen the Lego like cactus and flowers and different things like that, I want to say she has almost all of those. Ooh, something colorful over here. This is right by the convention center for Mama Hill. And Linda has almost all of the flowers, like the roses, the bonsais, stuff like that. So much so that now she's buying discontinued sets on YouTube Marketplace. So today we had to go pick up oh, Ellie, thank you. 5 gifted subs from Ellie. Thank you so much, Ellie. I appreciate that. Thank you for doing that. Let's see who got them. Hold on. You Can Too got one. Vicky Harlan. What up, Vicky? Julie Moore. Michelle Hott. Everybody that just got a membership from Ellie. Number 1, please thank Ellie. Number 2, she just opened up like 400 videos that I was just talking about in my members only area. So you can take a ganders at that all month. Thank you for doing that, Ellie. What up, Michael Simpson? Did you escape unscathed from those severe storms last weekend? Oh, you're talking to Sonia, but I did too. Earlier today, it was raining so hard that the raindrops kind of felt like hail. It was really cool. And I made the comment to Linda. I was like, that's why I wanted to move back here. I love severe weather. I also love that it rains so much that it makes everything super green. But we had to go pick up some Lego flowers for Linda off of Facebook Marketplace. She was like, this person doesn't know what they're worth. They're selling some discontinued Lego flowers. And I looked at it and I was like, they're not that cool. And she's like, don't worry, I'm using the pieces for other flowers. So not only does she make the Lego flowers, but now she's like mix and matching different flowers to make unique flower arrangements. So all over our place right now, we have all these like Lego flowers. They're cool. I mean, I don't want to say they're not cool. They are expensive. Probably better than regular flowers, though.
That's about where our phone should be.
This is for Mama Hill. She loves convention centers and scrubbed license plates. Her 2 favorite things. Oh, and the Anaheim Angels. And this is Blueberry. Oh, we have somebody coming through.
How's it going, man?
What up?
Forgot I put the lights on it.
Yeah.
Canopy.
I wanted to watch you do the Austin Powers like 100-point turn.
Oh, we're a little more nimble.
You guys have a good night.
You too. Watch out on this side, guys.
I can't believe he did that in one turn. He's giving him the real tour.
No, we won't do that one again.
Oh, he's gonna go through the. He's gonna go through the nether regions under here. No, he's not. We'll go through the regions. What's up? I wonder where they made this. It's hollow. This could be like a Trojan horse. You could hide a bunch of people in here and then give it to someone as a gift, and then everybody just pours out. They're setting up for something in here. I think they might be having like Anime Con in LA right now. I used to go to E3 every year in San Diego. I have a bunch of friends that are like designers and creative directors, and they were over it. They'd been to so many of them that they ended up giving me their pass. I had so many fun nights just like partying in San Diego because it's E3, or E3 is in LA usually, but Comic-Con would always have all these specific parties. So it would be like Adult Swim party or Marvel Comics party. Look at the it looks like it's water running down the side of this building, but it's not sequins. I can't think of what they're called. The reflective little tiles. Looks cool. It looks like flowing water. You're okay. This is the intersection where I parked on the light rail. Right here. I felt like garbage last weekend. I don't know if anybody tuned into the Fort Collins stream, but Linda was trying to talk me out of it. I think everybody that watched it was like, you should have just stayed home. I was feeling like 2 out of 10. But I decided to try it anyway. It was pretty. Anybody that watched it, you could see all the flowers in Fort Collins. So like the whole area in Fort Collins there was just blown up with flowers. It was really pretty. That was kind of the highlight for me. Other than there was a guy that was riding around playing guitar on a skateboard. I thought that was kind of a highlight too. One of my cousins lives in Fort Collins, and she was saying that like almost all of the different flowers are represented there. Like they've tried really hard to just get as many different species of flowers as they could in one area. You couldn't see it on stream, but right before I got back in the car, I missed the curb a little bit and my shoe came off. And then there were a bunch of people that were watching me. And then I'm wearing Hirachis right now. I had to reach down, act like it wasn't a big deal, put my shoe back on, and then get back to the car. If I wouldn't have said anything, you probably wouldn't know. Maybe you saw just like a glimpse of it. And this building is a hotel. I call this the cheese grater building, but this is a hotel that has all these really crazy rooms in it. And the only reason I know that is because sometimes when I'm on Facebook, they will try to get me to rent a room there. They'll have like coupons and say, look at all of these specific rooms. Book your custom room tonight. Pet-friendly hotel? I'm not sure. There's a girl, actually I can't think of what her channel name is now. She just does different hotel reviews. And what she'll do is she'll call the hotel and say, hey, I have a YouTube channel. Can you give us a room for the night and then we'll do a review for you? And I thought that was such a cool idea because they're probably giving her a good room. And then they're probably like giving her some of the upgraded amenities because they want her to do a good video. But if I called them and said, hey, I have a YouTube channel, I'd like to come get a room, they would look at the content on my channel and be like, well, it looks like you just stream jewelry stores getting robbed and then you driving around. Kind of accurate. This month, the month of July, I am going to figure out the electrical problem in my room and then do some home streams. So we are in July right now. This is July 5th, we're 8 minutes away from July 6th. I will do a home stream no matter what this month. Even if I have to string some electrical cords from other areas of my house down through the window into my office area, there will be a home stream this month, I guarantee it. I just don't want to do a bad job. Like the buffering, I had a couple people say no more Denver streams, it buffers too much. I can understand why that would be frustrating. You're trying to hear me say something and it's like breaking up. But I think it's going to be better on a home stream. I can have a wired, stable internet connection. The connection has never been the issue. It's the electrical power that's been the issue. They will see you have 149,000 subscribers from all around the world, though. I don't think they know that it's all around the world. When I was in Colorado Springs, I started that stream with 150,000, and then the kid that we ran into, the one that was streaming on Twitch, he said, oh, somebody in my chat said that you have 149,000 subs. I was like, wait, what? We lost some just from me going live today. This is a bunch of different like nail places and whatever. I'm not gonna actually park in here. I'm just gonna turn around.
What's that?
I'm just gonna turn around in here.
Oh yeah, there's an easy way to get out through that way.
All right, thank you very much.
No problem.
So yeah, I just wanted to show this Torchy's. This is a place that I come for tacos. Torchy's Tacos. Looks like the cop is checking out the club that's across the street. Torchy's Tacos, a lot of people don't love it. I do. I like Tex-Mex a lot. any taco that they have. If you're not familiar with Torchy's, you should go on and just look at the menu. They have a very creative menu, and then I think it's called Making It Dirty. You can say, I want this taco and I want it dirty. Dirty means smothered with their queso sauce. And I dig that. I dig everything smothered in queso. Torchy's tacos. This is a big thing in Texas. And this was a big thing. This was a big hangout when I was in high school, called Club Vinyl. I'm hearing the oonts, 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 oonts. But this is why the cop is across the street and right here. And this is where I ate that street hot dog. The lady chilling right there. There's a rooftop party area as well. I think that's more exclusive. We have a little kid right here. I like this area. There's a lot going on down here. Gas right now, $3.23. That's not too bad. When I was at Buc-ee's not too long ago, I paid $2.33. I thought that was amazing. I'm surprised that we got as much reception as we did. The people that have cruised around Denver with me know all those other nights were 720p, and I was barely able to hold that signal. So even though we had a couple of restarts, look at this little puppy. He's like a little pup wiener dog. Look at his little corn dog feet. This is the citizen right here. A lot of people, usually Saturday night isn't as banging as it is tonight. I don't know if it's just because the weather's perfect. It says 84 degrees, feels more like 75 degrees. Alright, that's it for me for tonight. I am hopefully going to take Linda to a waterfall tomorrow. There's a place in Boulder called Boulder Falls. I think it's right up Canyon, sort of close to Pearl Street, where I've taken everybody in Boulder. It's been hot, so all of the snow that's been on top of the Rockies has been melting, and that turns into waterfalls. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Linda and I see some waterfalls tomorrow. I have some new hiking boots that I need to break in, put some miles on. I hope everybody had a great 4th of July. Hopefully you still have all 10 fingers. If you're outside of the country, hopefully you got to see some fireworks in America. America loves to light up gunpowder. Never forget that. It's one thing that we'll always probably love. Krylid Crisis, thank you so much for the sticker. I see that. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody that came to hang out. I'm not sure if next weekend is going to be my home stream weekend or not. We'll see. I also have a trip planned pretty soon, We'll see if that happens in July. That might be July or August. And then I have another surprise trip planned this summer too. So please keep the notifications on. If you can, please leave a comment after the video. Let me know what the highlight of tonight was. Maybe you liked the first firework display. Maybe you thought the second one was a little bit better. Thank you so much to everybody. And thank you to my OGs that come back here every weekend. Especially Ellie, Zach, Dev, Amy, what's up? Lindsay, what's up? Orion, Julie, Mama Hill, Todd, Nikki, Sean is in here, Michelle H is in here, Ed, Jimmy, WW, everybody, all of my regulars, thank you so much. I do have some really cool things planned. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet, but I am going to try to entertain the community here coming up soon. So I hope you have a great weekend. Have a wonderful Sunday. I will see you next weekend. Mwah. Please leave comments. I'll see you